Christmas Eve, 1945, the quiet town of Fayetteville, West Virginia, was dusted with a light blanket of snow as the Sodder family settled in for the night. In the warmth of their two-story home, George and Jenny Sodder, along with 9 of their 10 children, celebrated the holiday, exchanging gifts and laughter. As midnight approached, the younger children drifted off to bed, their dreams filled with the magic of Christmas. But the peace was shattered in the early hours when flames erupted, engulfing the Sodder home in a sudden, furious blaze. The fire burned quickly, reducing the wooden structure to smoldering ruins. George, Jenny, and 4 of their children managed to escape, but 5, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were never seen again. In the chaos and terror, attempts to rescue the missing children were thwarted by a series of strange misfortunes. The family's ladder was missing, the phone line was cut, and George's trucks, which he hoped to use to reach the upper floors, wouldn't start. As the flames died and dawn broke, all that remained was ash, rubble, and the question that would haunt the Sodder family for decades: what happened to the 5 missing children? Authorities arrived and, after a cursory investigation, declared that the children had perished in the fire, their bodies consumed by the intense heat. But the Sodders were not convinced. No bones or physical remains were found in the ashes, not even fragments that should have survived the fire. Experts later attested that a typical house fire, even one as intense as this, would not have completely destroyed human remains. Jenny conducted her own experiments, burning animal bones in the stove, yet the bones always remained. As the days turned into weeks and then years, more oddities came to light. A telephone operator confirmed that the Sodders line had been deliberately cut. A witness reported seeing a man at the fire scene, stealing a block and tackle from the property. Another claimed to have witnessed the missing children peering from a passing car as flames consumed their home. The Sodders themselves received mysterious letters and postcards, some postmarked from distant states, hinting that their children were still alive. In one chilling instance, a photograph arrived in the mail decades later, depicting a young man who bore a striking resemblance to their missing son, Louis. The family became consumed by their search, erecting a billboard along Route 16 with the faces of the missing children, pleading for information. Tips and leads poured in, some promising, others cruel hoaxes. Sightings were reported from Florida to New York, each one a glimmer of hope that kept the Sodders' quest alive. Private detectives were hired, and the family even appealed to the FBI. But official interest waned, and the case faded into obscurity. Every answer seemed only to raise more questions. The Sodder family's determination never faltered. They clung to the belief that their children had survived, perhaps abducted and raised under new identities, spirited away for reasons unknown. Theories abounded, perhaps a vendetta linked to George's outspoken political views, or a tragic case of mistaken identity. Yet, in the absence of evidence, no definitive answer ever emerged. The burned-out remains of the Sodder home became a symbol of unanswered prayers and enduring mystery. All these years later, the case still tugs at the imagination. Did the 5 Sodder children truly perish that fateful night? Or were they taken, their fates entwined in a story that remains unsolved to this day?